This video is about my hate for Garp. Or that's what you want this video to be about. I don't actually hate Garp. But this title is inspired by all you Garp glazers who evidently think that I cannot criticize any character I want. Well, you stand corrected. Yes, I can. Garp's a bitch. Now, this video is about me talking about Garp, obviously. But I want to make a distinction because I see, like, I've battled you guys throughout this Marineford war, and now that the war is pretty much over, right? Shanks came in here, whooped everybody. Well, I guess he didn't have to whoop everybody, but my man stood on business, said, who still wants smokes? Hey, I'm here, and my crew. Everybody said, hey, hell no. Like Kizaru saw Ben Beckman and said, okay, sorry. But I do think Kizaru was just pretty much eager not to do shit, because my man just, I'm telling you, my man is high as a kite all the time. He does not care. If he can skip work, he's doing it. All that aside, Garp, yes, that's the theme of this video. I decided to make this video. It's been a long time coming, let's be honest. We've been warring in every comment section of every video in the Marineford arc because I kept shitting on Garp, because my man is a shitty grandpa, and that's all I said. I never said he was a bad Marine. I never said he was a shitty character. I only said he was a shitty grandpa. And you guys came for me like I said he was a shitty grandpa. Yeah, he is a shitty grandpa. You guys cannot try and justify the fact that he's a shitty grandpa. That's just a fact. I'm sorry. Did we not watch the same freaking war? Like, do you want us to analyze this? We can analyze this. Like, and it's still, the results are still gonna come in as him being a shitty grandpa. Okay? Like, I'm right now walking through the arc after Marineford on Patreon, right? It's about Don adopting these kids and raising them, and Garp pretty much forced her to do it, and he was never around. He only came around to whoop them for a few seconds, and then he dipped. He forced this woman to raise essentially his kids. Now, listen, I gotta give him props. Garp is essentially the dad that stepped up, because his kid, who he, well, I don't know how he raised him, but the kid just left his kid in the dust, bro. Dragon does not care. He a deadbeat. So Garp, I gotta give him props. He's the man that stepped up, right? So he stepped up as a father figure to both Luffy and Ace, and yet he let them both almost die. Ace died, and Luffy almost died thanks to Garp. Like, now, I'm not suggesting Garp should have just smacked everybody around. I don't even think he's capable of doing that. Honestly, I think Akainu would smoke Garp. No, but I am pretty sure Garp is capable of pretty, like, first of all, he could have just let Ace out of Impel Down. Now you guys are like, oh yeah, but it was about sending a message. Are you serious? Do you hear yourselves? Do you actually hear yourselves? Right, but even if he wanted to wait until Marineford, maybe he was hoping he doesn't have to do anything because Whitebeard would prevail and rescue Ace. In Marineford, you're telling me, like, when Ace was running away, when like, pretty much when listen, first of all, I also don't blame Garp for Ace's death. Not entirely, because Ace is a dumbass who turned around and said, bet, let me let Akainu kill me for a sec and endanger Luffy, who risked everything coming here, shortened his life, and busted into and out of Impel Down, and did all these crazy things to rescue me, managed to do it, and then I'm just gonna throw it away for stupid reasons. My man was a dumbass. He lived like a dumbass. He went after Blackbeard like a dumbass, even after Whitebeard told him not to do it. Shanks warned Whitebeard to warn Ace not to do it, and like everybody tried to right, get him to come back. He was just stubborn, and it got him killed. In the end, Ace is really the reason for his own demise, his dumbassery. He was a dumbass. He was a moron. I'm sorry. He even endangered Luffy, like I said. But in that moment, when Ace protected Luffy, you're telling me Garp couldn't swoop in, like, took both of his kids and just dipped? Really? Yes, he could have. Yes, he could have. You want me to tell you why? Because in that exact moment, Sengoku wasn't. He wasn't pushing his head in the dirt. He was engaging Blackbeard. And what was Garp doing then? Nothing. My man was free. But he was still focused on Blackbeard because it was easier than watching his damn kids being killed. He could have actually he could have done, like, I'm not suggesting him fight anybody. Just take the kids and dip. Definitely he could have done that. But he didn't want to do it. Why? Because he's Marine code. And he tried to raise them right, which is become a Marine. And like, no! He is a grandpa first. Morally, family comes first. You guys in the comments, right, you're trying to justify Garp's actions by saying, oh, he Lucky, you need to understand his character, as if I don't understand his character. Like, we're watching the same show. I'm not dumb, bro. I understand his character, okay? He's all about, okay, Marine pride, yes, I've lived my whole life based on this, and I'm trying to do better in the Marines, I'm trying to fix things. Bruh, you're 70 years old, you didn't fix shit. Now your guys' arguments are, oh yeah, but we have good Marines like Smoker, and now Kobe and Garp is putting his faith in them, they're gonna change the system. When? In another 70 years, bruh? If he really wanted to change the system, he should have joined his son, the Revolutionary Dragon, who's actually doing a damn thing about it. Like, I understand it's good to have inside people in the Marines Navy that can help you achieve that goal, but I'm pretty sure Dragon has his little minions everywhere, even in the Marines probably. So if he really wanted to change shit, he would have joined his son. Now, I don't know a story about, like, I don't know anything about Dragon, but in this show, so far, he's objectively the best dude. Because he's actually, against the guard, he's actually doing something about it, right? Like, Garp chose the easy way. Like, oh yeah, I'm a righteous Marine. I'm still gonna lick the boots of celestial dragons who are monsters, by the way, the government who are monsters, by the way, in this universe. He's still doing everything they want. Your guys' argument is, oh no, but he refused to become an admiral because he didn't want to work directly under celestial dragons. Well, wake up, Buttercup. He's still working for the celestial dragons and doing everything they want, just not directly. Right? So you can't justify, oh, Marine code, he's working for monsters, and he knows he's working for monsters. They all know. Half of them are monsters. He knew Ace from a very young age. Again, you guys always try to make the equivalent example in our life, in real life. Like, oh, but it's like you being an officer or a judge, and then your son is sentenced to death because he killed a bunch of people. You really telling me you would risk your job for your son? Like, no, I wouldn't. Right? If I raised a monster, I would let that monster rot if he deserves it. But Ace does not deserve it. That's just it. It's not the same universe. It's not a valid example. They have powers. It's different. It's different. It's just different. If you ask me, oh, what's stopping you from going against the government in our world? Powers, mother effer. It's not the same world. If I didn't have anything in this world, if I didn't have money, if I didn't have influence, if I had powers, you really think there wouldn't be a revolutionary army somewhere out there? Yes, there would. Just like in their universe. Because they don't need shit. They just need powers. Right? So stop mixing shit up. It's not the same. It just isn't. It's a stupid example. Okay? So Garp knows Ace from a very young age. He knows he's a kind-hearted individual. He knows Luffy. Just because he's a pirate doesn't mean he's a monster. Okay? I can pinpoint a monster right in between the Marines in Marineford. Akainu! My man killed a full freaking ship of innocent people. Back in Robin's backstory, didn't even bat an eye because he called it justice. So that's what I'm talking about. So for you guys, it just takes for them to label it, oh, this is justice, and these guys are pirates, they're bad dudes, and then they can just die, right? Yeah, I understand there's a law and pirates don't get any rights in this universe and all that. Hooptila, whatever, right? I agree, sure. But like I said, I never said Garp was a bad Marine. I just said he was a shitty grandpa, and he just is. Like, he let his grandsons die. One died, the other almost. You cannot justify that. Like, family comes before everything. Like, you can't justify that by saying Garp has a moral code. Right? He has a code, a Marine code. You gotta put yourself in his shoes. It's a job. He put his job above his family, above his kin. No job is above your family, man. I don't care. It just isn't. You want to know why? Because every job is imaginary. We imagine the whole freaking system in their world as well. Everything is imaginary. So you're just willing to kill off your offspring for imaginary shit? What, you feel powerful because you're a banker, you're a lawyer? It's all imaginary. Doesn't matter. It's just a thing to get you money, to pass the time before you die anyway. Your family comes first, morally. It should be about family. Your family comes first. So you can't come at me for saying he's a shitty grandpa when he's a shitty grandpa. What was the point of him forcing Dan Dan to raise Ace? I bet if Dan Dan, next time Dan Dan sees him, she better fucking kill Garp. I swear to God, if somebody forced me by abusing their power, by the way, he abused his power as a Marine to force her as a bandit to raise these kids, just to not even bat an eye when he got killed in front of him. And to add to the salt to the wound, Sengoku's like, oh, we need to send a message. Mother effer with my family? Hell no. And listen, I would even be okay if Garp was just there in Ace's last moments. Like, if you go back to my Marineford reactions in the beginning, when Garp walked to Ace and sat by him, I was okay with it. I didn't start shitting on him. I didn't. I understood it. Right? Back when Luffy just arrived in the Marineford, when he was literally that episode when he fell from the sky in the end, I said it was a masterful episode. Garp has his hands tied behind his back. He can't really do shit. So the only thing he can do is just sit beside Ace and be there with him in his last moments. Right? Well, no, he did not do that. He actually slapped the shit out of Marco, preventing him from saving Ace, and then he even stood in the way of everybody else and bolstered up the Marines by saying if anybody wants to come to him, they're gonna have to come through me. And then he sat in the middle of the Admiral chairs, and then he went up against Luffy. That's when I started shitting on him, when he actually directly involved himself in defending anybody who tried to rescue his grandson. Are you insane? Even Sengoku said, what the fuck are you doing? I never expected you to do this. I was just like, you're here to just be here. Like, he never expected him to go against his family, and yet he did. You can't justify that. He's just a shitty grandpa. I'm gonna keep saying it. Doesn't mean I don't like his character. It just means I'm allowed to criticize anybody, and I will. I'm not gonna fake my reactions because I feel like there's a bunch of Garp glazers out there. I don't care, bro. We can go to war any day of the week. Any day of the week, man. Any day of the week. And I can actually expose you guys and just like put all your comments, all your hate comments right here, but I'm not gonna do that, right? I'm not gonna do that. I'm a bigger person than that. I'm a bigger person than that. Okay? But next time you come for me, you better keep in mind your Garp senpai is working for the Celestial Dragons, licking their boots, killing anybody they want. And they just have to label them a criminal. Anybody. Okay? Need I remind you, Blackbeard released level 6 criminals onto the world, and when Sengoku told his Marines, tell everybody, the government shut him down. They said, no, we're not gonna do that. It's about our reputation. We're not gonna ruin our reputation for some scumbag people, for some civilians. And they're just one of many examples how corrupt their government is. And the Celestial Dragons. And the whole system Garp works under. If he wanted to make a difference, he would have joined his son, man. He would. And he could have taken Ace and Luffy from the battlefield, saved them, went directly to Dragon, and they would have been safe. Because what was the point of keeping Ace alive? What was the point of, like, taking care of Luffy if you were willing to let him die in Marineford? I understand they chose their own path in life, but damn, you're still their grandpa. And don't even get me started on the fact that the government killed all those pregnant women and children, unborn children, just to try and find Ace so they can kill him as a baby. And Garp knew the entire time where Ace was, didn't say shit. So when Garp went against the government, then broke all the rules, saved Goldie Roger's son, you have no problem with that. You have no problem with him breaking the government's rules and the Navy rules right when he wants to. But when I want him to break the rules for his freaking kin, the only blood he has left, oh, that's a war in the comment section. Oh no, how dare you? How dare you be reasonable and rational? Guys, I'm sorry, bro. I cannot submit to the mob mentality. I gotta stay objective. I gotta say what's on my mind. What's on my mind is a shitty grandpa called Garp. And he gotta do better. And you guys keep telling me you're gonna change your tune in 1,000 episodes. There's nothing he can do that's gonna change my tune, right? Like the only thing that can change my tune is if they show me that Ace killed 27 million people in front of Garp and enjoyed it, and there was no reason for it. He's just an unstable psychopath, and Garp knew, and that's why he never wanted to help him. And Luffy as well, because he didn't help Luffy either. Like, what the hell are you talking about? He's objectively a shitty grandpa. You can't defend that. You just can't. You can call him a good Marine. I wouldn't say he isn't. Right? He followed all the rules, even against his family. He was, right? He was in a corner masturbating to them almost getting killed. One getting killed, the other almost, right? We can agree to that, right? But let's not paint Garp in this, right? Oh my god, he can do no wrong. Yes, he can. He did plenty of wrong in this war, man. That's why I called it out. Don't let me even get started on Marco. He deserves a separate video. But we're just gonna focus on, because I got a lot of hate comments for Marco as well. But bro, oh, you're getting a video on that shit too. But yeah, Garp, I'm sorry. The selective outrage is crazy. Like, my man breaking the rules left and right. Just keeping Ace alive is just going against everything he should stand for. And yet he did it. Then why couldn't he break the rules again here? It's the same shit, but he didn't do it. And that makes him a shitty grandpa. It just does. He put his job above his family, his kin. I just cannot defend that. I can. Family comes first. Everything else is imaginary. Sure, you're great at your job. Sure, you feel powerful doing this, doing that, doing that. But that's your kid. That's your blood. That's the only thing that matters. That should matter. Everything else is fake. Everything else is just made up. Make-believe. Right? Guys, I'm sorry. Tell me in the comments how you think. I mean, I know I'm gonna get shit for this as well, but I'm still just speaking my mind. I have the right to speak my mind. Freedom of speech and all that, and this is an imaginary character. I don't really care, but you guys are so pumped up about glazing Garp that I had to come here and just make that small distinction, right? Because you guys were all over the place using, like, my mods tell me you tried using arguments that something that happens in like episode 1,000, right? To justify what he did here. Mother effer, I'm just commenting on shit I'm seeing right now. I can speak on something I never seen. So stop using arguments like that. I can't talk about something I've never seen. So people are just insane. You can't be objective for 1 second, right? Like, you can't just focus on the thing. Put yourselves in my position. I'm seeing Marineford. I'm seeing how he's acting. And I'm saying it how it is. And then you come here like angry as hell in the comments and you're like, oh yeah, but in episode 1560, he's gonna be epic. I don't care! I'm not there yet! If he's epic then, I'm gonna say he's epic then. If he's not, I'm gonna shit on him. Like, what is the problem? People don't use their brains. It's just like, the selective outrage is crazy, especially with Garp. Like, if you see my earlier reactions, I actually like Garp. I liked his character. He's OP, he's broken, he's hype. I still like him as a character. He's just a shitty grandpa. I'm gonna call him out on that shit, right? Hey? All is fair in love and war, and we're at war right now. Don't get it twisted. Garp's a bitch. He didn't save Ace. He didn't help Luffy. Luffy also almost died. And I'm at a loss for words. I wasn't expecting that from Garp. And that bullshit he pulled with Sengoku, just pushing him down. He's like, yeah, you better prevent me from helping them. Mother effer, shut up. We all knew you weren't gonna do shit. Shut the hell up. My man was just, oh yeah, hold me, or I'ma beat him up. Really? Yeah, of course that's gonna piss me off. There was no need for that. Like I said, when he allowed Luffy to punch him and he faked like he was passed out, I respected him for that. I said it in the reaction. If he just stayed neutral, he stayed out of it. He came back again, man. Dude, what are you doing? Directly aiding the Navy in executing your grandson? That is diabolically insane. My man must have been off his meds. That's all I'm gonna say. He must have been off his meds. Must have been. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm pretty sure I said a lot of gruesome things that the government did. So your guys' point about, oh, the government is the good guys, the pirates are the bad guys, stop it. If Garp wanted to do good, he would have joined the Revolutionary Army. Yes. Right? He just was willing to sacrifice both his grandkids over a job, over a freaking job, and he's not even like he's expendable. You know he's expendable in that job. They don't care about him. They don't. He should know that too. Like the first chance he doesn't obey orders, they're gonna be like, you're out of here. They're probably gonna order his death. And you're willing to sacrifice both your grandsons for that? For that justice? Or you have a psychopath like Akainu right in front of you, knowing full well he killed so many innocent people? And what pisses me off is that I think if that was Kobe, he would have wrecked the whole place, bro, for Kobe. Just adopt Kobe at this point, bro. Garp is a bitch. He's a bitch. It doesn't mean I hate him. I think he's a cool character. I can't wait to see what he does next, but he definitely a shitty grandpa. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Now fuck off.